I'm here. Welcome to day 220 of our Be a Better You annual challenge. Today, we're, like all month, focusing on the emotional area and aspect of our life. Of our 9-part life framework, this month's focus is on emotion. So today, we're applying, yesterday we came up with a challenge area with respect to our emotions that we want to address and go from where we are to a better version of ourselves using the SOAP framework. SOAP framework step 1 today is story. And we come up with 2 stories whenever we're talking about the SOAP framework. Our current story, what is our current situation, and our desired story. What do we want our situation and our story around this emotion to actually be? It's a really powerful thing when we look at what is in our life and then we look at where we want to actually be with that thing in our life. Until we are willing to look at it, until we're willing to say, okay, this is what it is based on what I've done in the past, what I've thought in the past, what I believed in the past, the actions or opportunities I've taken advantage of in the past or not because of this emotion. So how do I want my life to look in this area of emotion? And I picked, I'm going to share, but I haven't created my story, either my current or my desired yet. But I noticed through my little bit of self-awareness yesterday that frustration has worked its way back into my life in more ways than I want it to. And my definition of frustration is expecting things to be different than they actually are. So if I'm looking at a situation, usually it's emotional, so I'm involved in a situation and I start to react in ways that I don't because I'm feeling frustrated. I'm not wishing and hoping things were different. I'm just not being 100% honest with, this is what's going on right now, be present, deal with this. I'm expecting things to be different than they are, both in my personal life and my business life. So we'll talk about this in Supersize Your Business as well. So today, what are we going to do? I'm showing you how I like to do my story or situation, step 1 of the process. A lot of the times, I'll just take a piece of paper and I'll write current, what's going on right now? This is my story. And then what do I want my desired story to be? And the reason we do this is because, well, a couple reasons we do this. Number 1, we need to know where we are before we can make any changes. We need to be really open, honest, and self-aware with ourselves before we'll ever even realize that we have to make a change. Secondly, once we have that desired story, that desired situation, that desired state that we want to achieve in any area or aspect of our life, we will automatically start moving toward that. The more we think about that desired state, the faster and easier we'll move toward that. It's just the way the universe works. I didn't make it up. It's just how it works. So you can choose to roll in alignment and flow with the laws of the universe, or you can choose to resist or ignore or stay right where you are and stay stuck. When I remember and am aware of it, choose to always be moving toward my desired state. So I like to create bullet point lists like this just on a piece of paper, and I'll carry it with me throughout the whole day. And as I think of things, as I notice things, as things come up around the area of frustration, I want to really be clear on what is really going on. What patterns am I following that allow me to feel frustrated more often than I want to? And then what am I going to replace it with will be later in the process. The rest of the SOAP framework will help us ferret that out for whatever emotion we've selected today and help us really take control of it and move toward our desired state. Any questions about this? Hit me up and ask. And I do the thing for both current state and desired state. And usually what I can do is I can fill in one side or the other, and then I can just take the opposite of what's going on because that's what the actual situation is. All right. Any questions? Hit me up and ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow for step 2 of our SOAP framework process, which will help start moving us from where we are to where we want to be. Have an awesome day.